Hey everybody. I've been getting so many messages in the last week, and I'm sorry I haven't come on and said anything. Those of you on my personal page have probably seen what's going on. I have done everything that I can to help law enforcement, to help with the caseworker, to help protect any future children that might be around this sick person. And I know, once again, that I'm not the only one that has been in this position of choosing someone that put on a mask that wasn't real. When James and I first got together, I was really bad in my PTSD. I was really bad in my health conditions. I knew that he was never going to be faithful. But we split up 3 years in, and when he came back, he said he was going to stop drinking and stop all of that. And he started to take care of his kids. He started being sober. He started acting like he was going to change things. And I hate to warn people off from things like marriage therapy, but I have learned that with this last lesson, that toxic people can use that stuff against you. They can use your marriage therapy against you. And not only was I going through marriage therapy with him, but I was going through my PTSD therapy myself. So when I am told these stories of children being hurt, I automatically feel protective over them. Now, James had told me that he had gone through some abuse as a child, and I had thought that we were going through therapy together, that he had been through kind of the same things that I had been through, not to the same level, but that he was having a harder time dealing with them. And so I was trying to be open with him before I even came online and started this group or started talking on my personal page. So all of the vulnerable things that I share on here, he got to see it in its extremely raw, punching me in the face, how it felt. And now that I'm looking back, I'm seeing that he was using it as a kind of as education to learn what is June's major triggers, what is her worst fear, what is the things that she's most passionate about. That's freaking easy, right? Kids. He has 5. I was told that their mothers were no good. I was told all these different things. They needed a mother that was going to teach them the real stuff. And it made me overlook and forgive a lot of things. I could deal with him cheating on me every once in a while, as sad as that is to say, as long as he stayed sober and was doing the things that he was supposed to be doing for his children, like paying his child support, like seeing them when they were supposed to be seen, bringing them to doctor's appointments, just the bare freaking minimum of being a father, I thought were huge steps for him. Because like I have spoken about before, many of these toxic people come out with being a victim. And they will find these people that, like me, have a big heart. They want to always give second chances, and I can see the good in people. I always want to see the good in people. Even if it's not there, I will fight to try to find it. And it worked against me this time. I know that a lot of people make fun of my healing and say that it's all I'm obsessed about, and I'm talking about it constantly. And you know what? I'm really glad that I did. Because even though, like I said on my personal page, I think it was yesterday, even though this did turn out to be a horrifying, disgusting, nasty lesson that I never wanted to learn in this way, I have realized that my value system is the same. It doesn't matter who's around. I have realized that I can trust my gut instinct. My PTSD always put that film of trauma over it, saying you can't trust your gut. It's always wrong. And so I've been pushing this feeling down for years now of something is not right. Something still doesn't feel okay. And with him being in therapy with me for so long, and with him being with me every time that was available, he learned everything that I was trying to do. I would tell him, well, me and my therapist talked about this today. This is what I got to work on. I got to work on being vulnerable with my emotions. I got to work on giving people chances. I've got to work on trusting people. So every time that something would happen and I wouldn't trust it and I'd say something about it, he would tell me that it was my trauma talking. I'm taking it out on him. I'm using my past to punish him when he did nothing wrong. So last night I was up almost all night thinking about the fact of how could I do this and allow a man like all of those other filthy creatures that I have been trying to go after my entire life to save other kids from dealing with the same thing that I did. I let him right in. And it can happen to anyone. I really thought that after my previous relationship with the guy that has antisocial personality disorder, I really thought that I had learned my lesson. I really thought that I would know those red flags. But he came packing 5 kids, and I overlooked a lot to help children that I thought really needed it. I know I'm not answering any of you if you're asking me questions. I'm on my phone. And I'm also going to be sharing this downloaded video on my YouTube because I never thought about the side of the woman that's with one of these disgusting men. I never realized how much they had gone through. I never realized that they are also not at fault. Not everyone knows what their partner is doing all the time. And as I was talking to the caseworker the other day, she told me, she's like, that's what these people do. That's what they do. They've spent their entire lives learning how to manipulate people. And because I'm so open with so many things, I made it very easy for him. So this has kind of put a little bit of a roadblock in my getting out there and meeting new people and starting new relationships. And June's got to be trusting, ignore that inner gut. That's just your trauma. Not anymore. It's not anymore. It is, June has healed. June knows what her values are. June knows what she is and what she is not going to put up with. And this is absolutely nothing anyone could do would make me give him another chance. I have absolutely no sympathy, no empathy, and absolutely no loyalty to someone that would willfully harm any child. Ever. I don't care who you are to me. I'm going to try and shut off my shame and embarrassment that I was in a intimate, personal marriage with this thing. And I will go forward with now yet another horrible lesson that I really didn't think that I needed. But I guess I'm going to still take this as a lesson. I'm going to see how I can help other women that have been or are in relationships like this and try to help them see that they can get out. If I, someone that is disabled, I have multiple sclerosis, I have 3 children, I cannot work, I have all of my mental health issues, and I would still rather be alone than with So I had a dream the other night. I've been having really bad nightmares, and one of the dreams was being in court and a lawyer asking me if I was sure that my trauma wasn't being taken out on him, because he's used it on me so many times. And, my snap thinking when I first heard of this was, that can't be right. That can't be true. I need to stop these rumors. But then after I sat with it for a minute, said, wait a minute, you're going against every single thing that you have told everyone else, every single thing that you felt in your own core about protecting other kids. That's not right. So if anything was my trauma, it was that very first thought of, we can't talk about this. Quiet, hush. But that's not me. I won't be talking about the current case, but when it's a 12-year-old with an almost 40-year-old in an active case, that is a disgusting human being. I am ashamed and disgusted that I had so many moments with him that now run through my mind, and it makes my entire body feel gross. I don't want to feel like I'm giving myself excuses, but then I also want to encourage myself that kids are my number one priority. And if I just follow that, I'm going to be all right. So I'm sorry this isn't longer, guys. And I'm sorry that I can't